generation of now.
Thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome to a Thursday evening in which the day was a little bit warmer.
It was nice. I shed my sleeves. Just enjoying the sunshine today.
Yeah, it did look good, and it still looks good. And the next few days going to warm up even more. Nothing on the radar screen, live radar. Not picking up on anything, hardly a cloud in the sky. It's been a good day. And we have warmed it up a bit from our low temperatures this morning when we started in the 20s. And you see that one lone 17 was the starting temperature near the Cumberland River in Burkesville in Cumberland County this morning. Everybody else started in the 20s. I don't think it's going to get quite as cold tonight. We'll go 34 under a clear sky. But it is going to get warmer over the next few days. A look at your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris, our top story tonight, economist Lael Brainerd, a senior advisor to President Joe Biden, spoke at a business conference in Bowling Green today. Brainerd spoke at length about the state of our economy, lowering inflation, and how manufacturing investments can bring jobs and dollars to the Commonwealth.
The reason there's so much focus on workforce is because we're seeing huge increases in private sector investments in manufacturing and, of course, construction of manufacturing facilities. So it's really a good news story that is leading to businesses looking for skilled workers.
Many Kentuckians are happy to see a little bit of the pressure at the pump being relieved. We asked Dr. Brainerd if this is a trend she thinks might continue into the holiday season.
Gas prices matters a lot to families, and that's particularly true going into the holidays. So, we're going to continue to encourage a set of policies to ensure that domestic production continues to be strong.
Though economic concerns are still high throughout the nation, the U.S. is currently seeing an economic boom as the Federal Reserve continues to wrestle with high inflation. Well, the top office at the Kentucky Capitol is on the ballot, and while casting their vote this morning, both of the candidates for governor say they are feeling good about their chances of victory. Carolina Busick has more.
We know Governor Andy Beshear has at least 2 votes now because he and the First Lady voted this morning in Frankfort.
All right, we voted.
Beshear says he's feeling good about the possibility of another 4 years, saying that he's liking all of the support and energy he's seeing as he crisscrosses the state in the final days of this election cycle. Now, at the same time, his opponent, Republican nominee Daniel Cameron, is also feeling confident about winning. Here's what he said just yesterday.
We're going to win on November 7th, and I'm excited.
So this race really comes down to whose supporters show up at the polls. Beshear says every single vote matters.
Well, we need every single person to get out. At the end of the day, none of the polls matter. It's who turns out on election day and how they vote. So we need everybody. And regardless of who you're voting for, this is the bedrock of our democracy.
Beshear went on to say he is hoping there's a big turnout because of all the different voting options now. The Secretary of State says it's difficult to project voter turnout, but he believes Kentucky is on the same track as other non-presidential general elections, which is 40 to 42%. Well, tonight, rescue efforts are still underway in Martin County, Kentucky, to find a missing worker who was inside an 11-story building at a coal mine when it collapsed Tuesday night. A second worker who was also in the building was found dead beneath the rubble. Officials on the scene say they have not given up hope of finding the other missing man, but they did say they have not had any communication with him yet. They're now bringing in some specialized heavy equipment in order to continue their search.
We're moving to a new phase, and that's because we have exhausted all measures up until this phase. So all the voids, all the places of interest where dogs may have, indicated some interest, all of those have been searched either by a person, by a camera, have dug out.
We're continuing to follow this story. And with the transition to daylight saving coming this weekend, it's important to think about the earlier sunset and how that might affect your commute. One of the most important things told to us by AAA is to get enough sleep. But there are a number of things that you can do to keep yourself and others safe.
Use your headlights if at all possible, because that allows you to see pedestrians and it allows them to see you. Watch your speed, increase your following distance so you have plenty of time to react in the event of something suddenly happening.
As the time changes along with the weather, AAA also recommends getting a vehicle checkup, especially on the brakes, batteries, and lights. Well, this year's report card data that was released this week shows massive improvement from students all across South Central Kentucky. News 40's Noah Fairber has more on just how much they improved.
Across South Central Kentucky, report card data is showing how districts are improving. Here in Warren County, staff have seen growth all around.
We're extremely excited about our overall results. We saw significant gains as a district across the board, but then also saw numerous schools experience a great deal of success with the overall results.
Meanwhile, in Metcalfe County, a much larger improvement shows how far the school system has come.
We're really proud of our middle school. Jenny Stotts Lundy, the principal there, and all the staff for the work that they did that I think was reflected in these scores. We had 2 years where you had no numbers. Last year we got kind of a baseline, and it kind of gave us some ideas of how to improve. And I think for all of our schools, and the middle school especially, they certainly took that opportunity.
Clayton also mentioned remote learning and how he believes his district has moved past it.
Over the last couple years, a lot of interrupted learning, and we know that that has a greater adverse impact on our most vulnerable students. And the opportunity to see that work, that sweat, if you will, pay off in student achievement results is very rewarding.
Hurt, however, wants to keep the same ideas that helped Metcalfe County schools improve this year.
Our philosophy here is real simple. We try to focus on learning, the student experience, and making sure that kids are having a vibrant, challenging, fulfilling student experience, and we try to make sure they're safe. And if we can do those three things, if we can focus on learning, the student experience, and safety, I think we're going to continue to improve and succeed.
In South Central Kentucky, because local matters, Noah Fairber, WNKY News 40.
All right, Noah, in health news now, according to a new study from the Food and Drug Administration, 1 in 4 middle and high school students use e-cigarettes on a daily basis. There's good news, however. The survey also showed e-cigarette use is down by about 4% among high schoolers, falling from 14% to 10%. Unfortunately, that is where the good news ends. As for middle schoolers, the survey shows a roughly 2% increase in overall tobacco use. If you combine middle and high school, roughly 1 in 10 students said they were currently using tobacco products. It can be a stressful source for both parents and kids. Homework can really take a toll on everyone in the house, but there are ways to get those after-school assignments done with your sanity still intact. Tonight, 6 ways parents can help kids with their homework.
After a long day at school and work, it can be the last thing anyone wants to do.
There's a lot of stress that happens around homework time in general.
6 things can set your family up for homework success. First, meet their basic needs. Grab a snack and a drink if the child is hungry or thirsty. Second, set a homework routine. Get work done the same time each day, says Emily Mudd, a pediatric psychologist with the Cleveland Clinic.
For one child, it might be that they do their homework right after school, where another child, it might be after dinner, and making it just part of a structure.
Third, avoid distractions by putting any unneeded devices away. Fourth, work in a shared area of the home,
so they know that you're available to help them if needed.
Fifth, take brain breaks, especially if your child is having trouble focusing.
Getting outside if the weather is nice, getting some sunshine. It could be something as simple as taking a shower, getting some movement in, dancing.
Finally, parents ask for help. If you don't know how to solve a math problem or don't understand a subject, it's okay to admit that.
You can model, I'm going to take a deep breath, I'm going to take a break, I'm going to, talk to the teacher to see how we can better manage this together. You really want to take those opportunities to model how to positively overcome challenges with your child.
Psychiatrists say it's also important to praise the hard work a child is doing. Discussing grades nonstop can make a child anxious. So focus more on the process of getting good grades, which will help build confidence. And in more health news now, a new study found hormone replacement therapy could protect the female brain from Alzheimer's disease and dementia. But that's only if the hormones are taken when menopausal symptoms begin, usually when a woman is in her 40s and 50s. According to the study, this reduced the risk of dementia by 26%. On the other hand, if a woman started hormone therapy after the age of 65 or more than 10 years after the start of menopause, the risk of dementia rose. Well, still to come on News 40 at 6, the holiday shopping season is officially in full swing. And despite high inflation, shoppers are expected to spend more than they did last year. The details from the holiday shopping forecast in just a bit, but first, another forecast is on the way. Weather Chief Chris Allen is back with a full look at what we can expect to see as we get ready to head into the weekend. That's coming up next.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Jumpstart your holiday shopping this weekend at the Fruit of the Loom Brand Shop Outlet's Anniversary Celebration. Find 25% off savings throughout the store on tees, cozy fleece, socks, and underwear. All 25% off through Sunday at the Brand Shop Outlet.
I have known and worked with Daniel Cameron for a long time. He will never let you down and will support the working men and women of Kentucky, just like I did for 4 great years. Current Governor Andy Beshear endorsed crooked Joe Biden, whose economic policies are crushing your state, and Beshear wants to help him. 4 more years would be a disaster for Kentucky, so Daniel Cameron is my complete and total endorsement.
Club for Growth Action is responsible for the content of this ad.
My opponent's campaign is built on attacks and lies. But you know me, and you know it isn't true. We've been through a lot together, and now we're building the Commonwealth we've always dreamed of. We're a leader in economic growth, tens of thousands of new jobs, our lowest unemployment rate ever, delivering on major infrastructure projects and bringing high-speed internet everywhere. We're building a bright future here for all of our families.
Summer skies, they warm up everything. Then fall comes around, and you know it's getting near. Christmas is my favorite time.
Experience so much Christmas the way Santa does.
You're watching WNKY CBS 40, home of Super Bowl 58.
Some people think that fighting like a girl means to give up easily. They haven't met this fighter yet, or any of the female injury lawyers at Morgan & Morgan.
Morgan & Morgan, the official law firm partner of UFC. Fighting is in our DNA.
What would Daniel Cameron's Medicaid plan mean for my patient?
He's threatening to take away health care coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians.
It's very scary that people are not going to have health coverage.
People will not be able to see their doctors. People will not be able to buy medicines.
Many rural hospitals will end up closing their doors.
Cameron is still following his pal, Matt Bevin.
I don't know why you do that.
I don't think Daniel Cameron understands what Kentuckians are going through.
And that is not acceptable for a governor.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we started off cold this morning, but it turned out nice.
It turned out nice. We said it would warm up today, and it did.
You were right.
Mid to upper 50s. Thank you for noticing.
Right.
Near 60. More so in the 60s tomorrow in the next few days. So, but it is November.
Right.
So you can't depend on it to being that way for all the rest of the month. You know it's going to cool down eventually. But this afternoon, we registered a high officially at the airport of 58 degrees at the airport. 65 is the normal high temperature for the day, and 27 is where we started this morning, and 42 is where we should be. We're going to get closer to these numbers over the next few days and a little less. You know, these numbers are going to go away for a while. I think for the remainder of the week into the weekend especially, we're going to start to feel that warmer air taking over. 52 even at this hour. South wind at 5, 27% humidity. Now the dew point is showing 19, but I don't think that's a precursor of what's to come tonight. High pressure is taking over. We've got a southerly wind, as you see here, from the south at 5, and that light southerly breeze is going to stay with us all night, and that's going to help lift our temperatures a little bit more. Right now, as we check some of the mesonet sites, even though Burkesville started out at 17 this morning, you're at 56 right now. Most everyone in the low to mid 50s across the board, and so it feels nice and mild at the moment. Temperature trend over the next several days, much warmer. Yes, even through Saturday, Sunday. Monday is going to be the warmest at mid 70s. But then we have a system coming in with some rain showers that's going to take over. It's not going to be a lot of rain, but enough to give us a little bit of what we need just to keep us from getting too dry. And then by the middle of next week, we see another plunge in temperatures. 65 is where we should be. I'm looking at 64 a week from today, but only in the 50s as we head into next Friday. Here is our big ridge of high pressure, a center here about Huntsville, Alabama, and then another one off the coast of Massachusetts at this hour. This is what's giving us the nice weather that we saw today, and overnight tonight we'll start to bring in a little bit more of a southerly breeze. Tomorrow, much more of that coming. Now there is a front off to the north and west of us, but it's going to stay north and stall out for a time because it can't overcome how strong that high pressure is, so it's just going to sit there and continue to bring some showers off to our north. This is the weekend. The times are changing. Daylight saving time comes to a close Sunday morning, 2 a.m. That's when we set our clocks back 1 hour. My suggestion is to not stay up until 2 a.m. and throw a party like Morgan does, but to change your clock Saturday night before you turn in. And also test your alarms, battery check for your detectors, your weather radios, and replace the batteries if needed. This is a good time to remember to have that done. All right, tonight it is going to be clear with a low of 34, not as cold as it has been. And then we see tomorrow's high getting up into the 60s, 63. 66 Saturday, near 70 Sunday as we fall back, and staying in the 70s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with some shower chances, and then we'll begin to cool down by next week. Here's what's coming up tonight on CBS 40.
Daniel Cameron, endorsed by President Trump. Trump trusts Cameron to stop Biden and Bashir's radical agenda, stand with police to stop violent crime, and get Kentucky's economy back into gear. Daniel Cameron, endorsed by Trump, strong for Kentucky.
The UPS store on Scottsville Road supports small businesses from start to finish to marketing projects of all sizes. We can help grow your small business. Call us today to discuss your printing needs. The UPS store on Scottsville Road, your local printing solution.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Kentucky's Attorney General should protect our kids. But as a prosecutor, Russell Coleman gave sweetheart plea deals to dangerous sex offenders. One criminal Coleman faced sexually abused an unconscious child, created child pornography, and got a plea deal for less than the minimum sentence. In case after case, judges overruled Coleman's deals as too soft on predators. Stop Coleman. Protect Kentucky's kids.
When we hear that sound,
The competition is on.
Wow, we certainly have a dramatic game ahead of us.
I'm taking a deep breath. I hope you are too.
Can you think quick enough?
It's very crazy.
And bet big enough?
12,400. Whoa, he's betting everything.
The stakes are high. The clock is ticking.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 4:30 on WNKY CBS 40.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
Recovery is strength. Addiction feeds on insecurity and weakness, and it thrives in the dark recesses of the mind. My recovery journey, from detox to present day, has empowered me to go to those dark places and confront what I find there. Recovery showed me a strength I didn't know that I had, and it also allows me to live life on my terms without turning to substances as an escape. For strength against addiction, visit landmarkrecovery.com or call 866-LANDMARK today.
Biden threw open the borders. Daniel Cameron sued him. Biden declared war on American energy. Cameron sued again. 23 times Cameron fought in court against Biden's radical agenda. Daniel Cameron, strong against Biden, strong for Kentucky.
The holiday shopping season is in full swing, with the National Retail Federation releasing its sales forecast for the 2023 season today. Despite high inflation, shoppers are expected to spend more than they did last year. Mike Valerio shares the best time to shop for deals.
'Tis the season of spending, and despite concerns over the economy, the National Retail Federation says consumers are ready to spend big.
NRF is forecasting that total holiday sales during the months of November and December could reach as high as $967 billion.
The holiday shopping season keeps creeping earlier and earlier. This year, it's for a very practical reason.
They want more time to find deals, and they want more time to really spread out that shopping.
With inflation holding steady, NRF Vice President Catherine Collins says holiday shoppers are more price conscious.
Shoppers are saying they will pull back in other areas in order to afford and prioritize their holiday shopping season. They will search for sales and deals and really look for ways to make every dollar count.
And where are they putting those dollars?
Gift cards were the top item that people said they were shopping for this year rather than specific products.
Another big trend this season, beauty and self-care products, thanks in part to influencer culture.
Shoppers are finding influencers and social media to be increasingly important when it comes to hearing about deals, but also discovering new products and things that they didn't know they needed.
As far as deals goes, Kristen McGrath with Retail Me Not says Black Friday shopping is still the best bang for your buck.
We tend to find the most deals and the best deals all concentrated around that one big weekend.
In Los Angeles, I'm Mike Valerio.
There's also some good deals coming up at the grocery stores, as some retailers are giving shoppers a reason to be thankful this Thanksgiving, like Target, which is selling a full feast for $25. The meal serves 4 people. It includes a 10-pound turkey, potatoes, green beans, cranberry sauce, stuffing mix, and gravy. Customers can find the deal on Target's website. Walmart is also offering a lower price on holiday staples, and Aldi is also lowering the price of over 70 items by up to 50%. Well, stay with us. News 40's Maxwell Trink is in the studio with a look at sports right after this.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby. Come back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man.
Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Daniel Cameron says it's
one of the first things I will do as governor.
Bringing back former Governor Matt Bevin's ruthless Medicaid plan. threatening to take away coverage from over 95,000 Kentuckians, punishing working parents, putting rural hospitals in danger of shutting down.
This sounds very similar to something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely. Denying people coverage, devastating rural health care.
Something that Governor Matt Bevin tried.
Well, absolutely. Cameron's absolutely wrong for Kentucky.
Major insurance companies use a software called Colossus to tell them what the firm you hire is likely to settle your case for. They know which law firms can lowball and take the last best offer. Not us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services by Attorney Trade Days. Attention all business owners. Did you own a business with 4 or more full-time W-2 employees between October 2020 and September 2021? If so, you may be entitled up to $26,000 per employee as part of the CARES Act. Don't miss out on your opportunity for compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-613-5408.
My opponent's campaign is built on attacks and lies. But you know me, and you know it isn't true. We've been through a lot together, and now we're building the Commonwealth we've always dreamed of. We're a leader in economic growth, tens of thousands of new jobs, our lowest unemployment rate ever, delivering on major infrastructure projects and bringing high-speed internet everywhere. We're building a bright future here for all of our families.
Welcome into Sports Conference USA soccer tournament began last night. The WKU soccer team season did end, though. They fell to La Tech 1-0. They are eliminated from the season, finishing with a 6-5-7 record on the season. Congrats, ladies, on a great year. The WKU tennis team is prepping for their final action of the fall as they are set to compete in the Rice Invitational this weekend. The team has performed well in their first 2 preseason outings at MTSU and Sanford and will look to finish strong in Houston. Tops tennis coach Greg Davis believes this early experience will be a key part to the team's spring success.
You always want to finish, I think, the fall with momentum going into the spring. And usually you go into that 8-hour rule the week after. So you want to keep that momentum going and always finish on a positive so that you can get off to a good start in the spring.
And WKU football will be back in action after Tuesday's loss to Liberty last week. The team is now traveling to El Paso, taking on the Miners. As the Tops look to bounce back, head coach Tyson Helton spoke on how pivotal this part of the season is for his team.
Had some time off, let the team recover a little bit. Entering the month of November, that last stretch, the old saying, what you do in November, they remember. So we need to start putting some good wins together. It will not be easy.
The Titans are taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers in just a few minutes. This will be Will Levis's first career start as quarterback for the team after last week's performance against the Falcons for 4 touchdowns. Kickoff is set for 7:15. We'll have an update at 10 p.m. To Diamond now as Texas Rangers won their first World Series last night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Rangers shut out the D-backs 5-0. Here's what starting pitcher Nathan Eovaldi had to say about bringing home the Rangers' first championship to his hometown state.
Now, but to be over here and be a part of the Rangers organization and be able to bring that first World Series championship to us, it's an incredible moment, incredible feeling. Obviously, you start every spring training, everybody has that same goal in mind to become World Series champions. And, for us to be able to overcome all the adversity and the challenges that we faced, from the start of the spring training on, like all the other teams, but for us to be able to come out on top, it's a very special feeling.
And finally, some sad news in the sporting world as legendary Hall of Fame college basketball coach Bobby Knight has passed away. One of the sport's winningest yet polarizing figures passed away Wednesday at the age of 83. Knight won 902 games as a college coach, leading teams at Army, Indiana University, and Texas Tech. The Hoosiers won 3 national championships in his 29 years at the school. Of course, the most iconic thing, him throwing his chair, but...
I thought we would show that.
I thought they would have showed it too, but I will say an iconic legend in the college basketball world.
Oh, yeah, very much so. Yeah. All right, well, tonight it is going to be not as chilly as last night. We're going to get up to 63 tomorrow with bright sunshine.
All right, Chris, I like that. Thank you very much. Thank you at home for joining us tonight. We will see you right back here tonight at 10. Have a great night.
Yeah, I do. Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. Got a good one for you today, everybody. Returning for their 3rd day with a total of $20,690 from San Antonio, Texas. It's the champs. It's the Diaz family. From Alpharetta, Georgia, it's the Cheshire family.